We'll now be moving on to your Q&A portion for the sports and recreation, or for the director of sports and recreation. So Dean will come on up, and you will be asked two questions from the outgoing sports and recreation coordinator, and one from our audience. Can you hear me, Miles?
Yep. What's up, dude?
Yep. Okay. I'm going to ask you your first question, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. As the director of sports and recreation, you are responsible for organizing all the aspects of friendship games. Given the housing situation of the most previous friendship games and how paranoid it made executive board members, what will you do to ensure that the participants have a safe and comfortable environment to stay at?
Uh, well, I think that kind of goes into my ideas and my overall vision of kind of revamping how we get to friendship games logistically and the processes at which we take to travel there, being housed there, and our accommodations coming home. I think in particular the kind of how we structure things as far as accommodations while we're in Fullerton has been a point of contention for a couple of years now, and that's to no fault of anyone's. It's kind of just a hard transition to make, getting such a large amount of our general body down there. With that being said, I do have experience kind of within the hospitality realm. My dad right now is a hotel manager um, near near he's a hotel manager managing hotels near and around the general Fullerton area. This summer, I'll be spending time working for him down here in the Bay and gaining a sense of those procedures, and hopefully learning by the time I come back kind of how to house people in like a convention style. My goal for the upcoming year, of course, is to make everything as safe and comfortable as possible. I think that experience within that range, having that leg up in terms of accommodations, and hopefully discounted rates at hotels, could play a very big part in making sure that our general body stays safe, stays protected, and feels comfortable for the time being while we're at Fullerton.
Right. I'm gonna move on to your second question. All right. As the director of sports and recreation, you are responsible for managing and organizing intramural sports as well as the dance auxiliary Catalyst for AB Samahan. What efforts are you going to make in order to ensure there is a good member turnout and active participation throughout the year for both intramurals and Catalyst?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Did you get that or no? You want me to repeat it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh,
Okay.
I got you. You just the thing cut out. I just wanted to make sure you can hear me.
Don't worry, I got you. So should I repeat it?
Uh, I'm good. I can
Okay,
answer.
got you.
Keeping that aspect of the position in mind, I think when it comes to managing intramurals and managing catalysts, my perspective is that it's all a matter of engagement and proactively reaching our general body. Intramurals, of course, playing into the sports and recreation, well, sports aspect of the position. I know there's a lot of members in Samahan that would love to participate in the many intramurals that we offer. I think getting ahead of the curve with that, making sure that we're all registered, ready to go, and creating some sense of cohesiveness within the teams, um, by just having everyone being gathered, making sure that everyone's on the same page, can go a very far way in developing those bonds outside of our space, outside of just general body and general spaces. So I think, yeah, just keeping in mind how intricate or how imperative it is that we get into those leagues is to the recreation aspect of the position. Um, just making sure I'm very proactive with that. As far as Catalyst, I know Catalyst in the overall sense is very um, relatively new addition to the Samahan kind of um, existence. But I think having spent some time as a member of Catalyst, having being on roll call, and seeing firsthand the impact that creating a safe and fun dance environment can have for our general body, I think Catalyst will be shifted to one of my main focuses outside of friendship games and managing intramurals. I think that building that up, engaging our general body, again creating those third spaces outside of our general body meetings, outside of our big events, where our members can really feel connected through whatever type of movement, whether it be sports, whether it be dance. I think that's imperative in building a kind of community. And yeah, I kind of see and recognize the vision of both our current and future members of Catalyst. And as a sports and recreation coordinator, um, that has to be one of my biggest and funnest challenges I'd like to take on.
Right. So now we'll be moving on to the audience question. And this will be
Cool.
Nick. All right. Alex, can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up, Nick?
All right. Perfect. You ready for the question?
Yeah.
Okay. So, since Friendship Games is hosted in fall semester, how do you plan to balance the other duties and responsibilities of sports and rec for activities such as catalyst and intramural sports?
Yeah. I kind of recognizing that Friendship Games is placed right in that middle of the fall semester, amongst a lot of other events happening during that time, including fall season of Kasama reveal, um, and kind of just getting students kind of acclimated to campus in general. I think it's imperative again that we get a leg up early on in this semester. That means in those first couple of weeks of recruiting, our first general body meetings, making it really known and really clear what Samahan offers and those facets under sports and recreation that we offer. I think ways to get a leg up on that would be kind of on the catalyst aspect, hosting workshops pretty early in the semester, getting people engaged with the dance aspect early on, and that could help foster some kind of interest going into friendship game season and into roll call. Intramurals, again, one of those things where you really want to get a leg up, especially with the amount of teams that want to join. So, um, being very proactive on that, seeing if we can get into those leagues early. Those are all things that are important, and I think tie into our other positions, including social with Kasama. It's really just a matter of building that community from the jump. In a sports and rec, it would be my job and my focus to really get those things going really early on, so that as we go into those busier seasons, as we go into that first semester of reveal, which we all know is super important to our general body, and then transitioning into friendship games. My goal is that by that time, since a community is built, we fostered some interest and some engagement that can go past friendship games, and overall just allow our newer and older members of Samahan to have finally interacted and to get comfortable and acclimated with each other so that we could have a smooth rest of the year and an engaged rest of the year. I think that after friendship games, um, the work doesn't stop. In fact, I think after friendship games, the work gets even harder because it's a matter of keeping everyone engaged, keeping everyone in our spaces outside of course, friendship games. So that's where carrying that momentum is really important and making sure that our general body is engaged, making sure that as sports and rec, I'm putting out events, workshops, hikes, runs, anything that I can to make sure that we stay in touch with each other. Because again, keeping that engagement up, keeping that sense of community has to be, to me, one of the most important aspects of the position.
Thank you. Thank you, Miles. That concludes your Q&A portion for Q&A night and for the 2025 through 2026 Executive Board election. Um, Moving forward, you will receive an email about your next steps. Your video will be posted alongside all other Q&A videos, um, ideally tomorrow. And by that time, whenever they are posted, voting will open as well.
That sounds good.
Do you have any questions before we sign off?
No, I should be good. Thank you for everyone for your time.
Thank you, Miles, and best of luck with your campaign.
I appreciate you guys. Bye.
Hey, Miles.
Bye. Thank you.